that hatchery, down to 45 points on that hatchery. Now he's coming in for a full frontal attack, though. Zero's lurkers are out of position. He's got Lings in play, but they're gonna go in now against those lurkers. Against the Dragoons. Storm's protecting against those Lings, but he wastes the Storms on very few Zerglings. Now more Zerglings are coming in here. He's coming in for a flank. He's coming in for a flank. There's the rest of his lurkers. He's coming from behind. Oh, burrows a ton of lurkers in the same spot. A bunch of them get stormed there, but it doesn't look like there's any observers in play. There is one observer in play, actually, but I don't know if he sees those lurkers, so now he's going to get pinned in from behind. Oh, man. So both players losing their armies. Zero's going to lose that base, though, before he cleans up this this army. And that is not good for Zero. Oh my gosh, Zero, come on, Zero, you gotta pull this out, man. You can't be in. You gotta be in both Star Leagues. This is only the round of 32. You gotta get into the round of 16, man. Gotta get into your best of 5 situation where you can actually pull out wins against better players. Oh man, this is. Oh, I'm so worried because Jangbi has a 5th base now. He's gonna be able to put out so many units, and Zero needs to do something. He needs to do something to put pressure on Jangbi. He needs to get a drop in on that, undefended. Well, he's got the Corsairs now defending it from a drop, but he needs to get some drops in maybe on some of these bases, or start sending in lurkers, planting lurkers behind the supply lines. Oh, snipes that hatchery. Oh man, he sniped that hatchery. So now Zero is down to 3 bases. Oh my gosh, this is not looking good at all. This is not looking good at all. He's still got all those drones. He hasn't lost many drones. So if he can get those hatcheries going pretty quickly, he can come back into it, hopefully, and maybe get another base going as well. But this is really, really bad. Jangbi has 5 bases. He's just macroing off these 5 bases. And, oh my gosh, he keeps building such huge armies. We do have Defilers in play now. Is it going to plague? Oh, I was hoping it was going to plague that huge group of Zealots. Getting some swarms down now to try and protect those lurkers, and he's got a lot of Dragoons. He's pretty Dragoon heavy, so that's going to be pretty good, but he doesn't have a ton of lurkers anymore. He's lost a lot of them, and the Storms are also obviously going to be able to deal with those lurkers. He in fact hits that one lurker a couple times with the Zealot and then storms it to finish it off, it looked like. So this is really, really bad for Zero. He's got to pull something out very quickly here. He's in real trouble. He's going to plaguing those units, but not a terribly good plague. Storms are going off, slowly taking out the units underneath the swarm. Is he going to do another plague? No, not catching as much this time, but another decent plague there. He's just holding on for dear life right now. Zero's going to have to pull out something special. He's going to have to macro up a huge army. Otherwise, he's going to get overrun here. Big army for Jangbi coming in. Swarms are going down. But storms are storming under the swarm. It's like a Dr. Seuss tongue twister or something like that. Zero's in really big trouble. There's a huge group of Dragoons here. We could see Zero get eliminated here. We saw him earlier do well in the OSL, but he could get eliminated from the MSL in a relatively easy group, I would think. And here comes Jangbi. Perhaps Jangbi is not as much of a slump as I thought he was, because he's been playing really well today in his PvZ. He's moving in here. We could see Zero get wiped out in this attack. There's a ton of Dragoons there. Zero has macroed up a small army from the back. This flank is going to determine the fate of the game. If he can pull off this flank, he might be able to come back into it. Otherwise, Jangbi is going to overrun his natural expansion. He's coming in with Hydras from behind. Storms are going to go off. Nice storms on the Hydras. Not many storms left though, so it's just Dragoons versus Hydras. But where's his army? Oh, it wasn't as big of an army as I thought it was. I thought he had a huge army coming in for that flank, but it turned out it was just 2 lurkers and a few Hydras. And so I think that Jangbi is going to kill off Zero here in just a moment, and it's so sad to see him go down. He's got so many bases morphing around the map right now as well that he could theoretically come back into this if this attack had failed, but it looks like this attack is going to push in slowly, well, not slowly, actually. This attack is going to push in towards his expansion. He's got a couple more Templar in the mix now as well. He's pushing into the natural. There's no defenses there. There's no sunken colonies. He's dropping a single Hydralisk behind there. Massive storms. Again, not really killing much though. It looks like he killed 3 drones with those 3 storms or something like that. But it doesn't matter at this point. Zero is looking very discouraged. This is GG coming from Zero. And man, that is disappointing. I thought Zero was a contender for going far in both Star Leagues. He has consistently been in both Star Leagues for the last 2 seasons, and so it's really sad to see him go out in an early stage of the MSL there. it would have been nice to see him in the round of 16. He's a really solid best of 5 player or best of 3 and 5 player, so would have been good to see him there. But Jangbi's going to advance instead, and hopefully, I mean, Jangbi, you better deserve that spot. You better show us some good games. If you're going to take 0 spot in the MSL, you better show us some good stuff. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.